Subnautica 2 is filled with blueprints, but some of them are hiding in only one location in the entire map, or the multiple locations they're in are very easily missed. I've checked every single spawn in the game, and today I've got the 14 blueprints that are easiest to miss. I'll be giving you the coordinates for every location so that you can find them easily, but if you don't know how to read them, pause the game and look on the bottom right. The first two numbers here are your X and Y coordinate, and the last one is your depth, which you can ignore since you've got a depth counter on your HUD anyway. I'll give you a graphic on screen to orient yourself with, and you'll probably need it for this first one. Number 1 is the entangled power cell. This is the upgraded endgame power cell that lets your tadpole store way more power, which is pretty helpful when you're exploring the biome filled with creatures that literally just drain your power cells. And that's exactly the biome you're going to find this in. The only place it spawns is on this random ledge near the alien power plant. Both pieces you need to scan are right here, one on the edge and one on this crate. Here are the coordinates. You may have missed this one because it's on this ledge that the game never really points you toward, and there's no real reason to ever pass through here naturally. But by the end of mine and a lot of playthroughs from the comments I've read, there's a blueprint that people miss even though 5 of them spawn on the map. Number 2 is the wall rack. The wall rack is a fun addition to any base. It's a hard point that you can place on a wall and stick hotbar tools and utility items to decorate your base. But it's also hiding something else. The wall rack is actually 2 blueprints in one, because when you unlock the wall rack, you also unlock another vital decoration for bases, the writable signs. So where do you find them? Well, as I said, there's 5 total, and you need 3 to unlock it. So I'll give you the 3 closest to your spawn. Here's the first one. It is south of the Angel Comb at these coordinates. The next one is east of the Angel Comb at these coordinates. And the next is north of the Angel Comb at these coordinates. Other than these 3 locations, the only other places on the map where the wall rack actually spawns are in the old habitat to the north, where 1 spawns, and actually the wreck near the life pod. But the problem is, the one near the life pod is inside of the wall, so you can't actually scan it. Meaning, there's actually only 4 total on the map, and you need to scan 3 of them or you won't get the wall rack. It's strange how easy to miss this early game schematic actually is. Now the next one I was actually very surprised to learn that people were missing. When I made my base building guide, so many people told me that they had finished the game and had missed this one because it only spawns in the one location. Number 3 is grow beds. Grow beds are vital to farming later in the game. You can use it to save a lot of travel time by growing necrolasis and lucifer rot sacks right in the endgame area rather than having to travel literally the entire map every time you need to get some. You'll also eventually probably run out of water slugs for water. But you can grow macaron sponges for fiber and turn that into water at your processor. And cherimoya are a great food option, acting kinda similarly to things like marble melons from Subnautica 1 in this game. Problem: they only spawn in one location, and if you're new to Subnautica and didn't even consider that the game had farming, you probably swam right past. This is where they spawn, which is why it's so surprising. I mean, the game literally sends you here in the main story, but judging by the comments section, a lot of you were just more focused on other stuff. So you just slipped past the grow beds without noticing them. Number 4 is the roof antenna. The roof antenna data card can be used to unlock the 3 roof antenna objects: the roof antenna, large antenna, and the listening dish. These are exterior decorations for your base on your roof. This one is surprisingly hard to find for what it is. It's just sitting in a little hole in the middle of the graveyards, not really near anything that would draw your attention here. The only way you'd ever find it is if you were listening very closely for the beeping sounds. Here's the coordinates. And honestly, the graveyards are filled with random little decorative collectibles that only spawn in these 1 locations. It's probably a quirk with early access, because the map doesn't have any room to spread these out more, because the next 4 entries in this list are all in the graveyards biome. This place is just a dumping ground for random decorations the devs didn't know where to put. Number 5 is the Axum wall lamp. This one is honestly a 3-for-1 deal. Inside the tadpole pens there are actually 3 items that only spawn in 1 location, but 2 of them I think people probably noticed: the Scout Ray chassis and the Scout Ray poster. I'm mentioning them as part of this entry because I don't think they're actually missable enough to warrant their own slots, but what does is the Axum wall lamp. This decorative item is your only non-white light decorative item in the entire game, and it's found in this room filled with other Axum junk. Can you see it? No. The game sends you to the tadpole pens as part of the story, which is exactly why it's so easy to miss, because you're here for so many other things, and you probably have already scanned everything in this room in another area. So you walk past the lamp itself because it's tucked behind a bunch of things you wouldn't look closer at. Very tricky, Unknown Worlds, very tricky indeed. And for number 6, we don't actually even have to change coordinates. If you follow me in this direction, you'll see an unassuming little room section separated from the main base. If you come inside, you'll find this crate, and that crate is our number 6. You see, this supply crate is actually the key to literally every exterior wall decoration item in the game. This will give you the supply crate, small and large wall units, small and large wall vents, and the large wall panel. But I was slightly misleading just then. I called them exterior wall decor, but you can actually put these on the inside of your base as well. From one decor item that can work on the inside and the outside, we have yet another roof exclusive decoration. Number 7 is the roof pump. To find the roof pump module, you're going to need to go into the hot caves in the graveyards. Here's the coordinates to one of the entrances to get into this cave system. Now go inside and make your way to this big interior chamber. Inside here, the main story gives you 11 audio logs to possibly find, and one of them is used to get into the final room back at the tadpole pens. However, one audio log is hidden in a rather dastardly location, quite frankly. Come to this side of the cave at these coordinates and you'll find this tiny hole. Yeah, you know, if your first instinct wasn't to go inside of a tiny hole inside of a flooded cave, you're probably what we call normal. But if you do follow this cave through, you'll find an audio log and a data card for the roof pump, which will unlock the single and double roof pump decoration modules. Why this person decided to go into the most obviously dangerous part of this cave carrying the blueprints for specifically a roof pump for a base is between them and the fishies. Okay, so there's been a lot of random roof decor in this video, and I'm so glad we're done with that. Number 8, roof cylinder. Wreck at these coordinates, cave just south of it, data card on a mushroom at the bottom of the cave. Roof cylinder, roof large panel. Got it? Good. I am sick of roof decorations. Number 9 is the tailing rug. There are actually only 2 scannable tailing rugs that have been discovered in the entire game so far. Both of them are located in this tailing village. Go figure. But they're very easy to miss. The first one is up on this cliff at these coordinates out of the way from the view of the main village, and the second is down here at these coordinates and is pretty easy to miss in my opinion. Okay, enough with this damn hot biome and its weird collection of decorative items. Let's head back to the shallows for a bit for some easily missed utility. Number 10 is the portable oxygen generator. This one's unique. There are only 2 fragments on the entire map for this, and they're both right next to each other inside of the Great Jaw Leviathan. And the thing is, you almost definitely scanned the first one, saw something deeper inside, and wisely decided whatever is in there is not worth getting Boba Fetted over, and you would be correct. It's not worth it. The portable oxygen generator is kinda useless. The tadpole exists, but if you want that half fragment thing at the top of your blueprint menu to ever go away, literally the only option you have is to come to the most obvious trap ever put in a video game, pick up the metal that's hiding it, and scanning it here, which is very annoying. If you trigger one tripwire, the eyes inside the jaw will open, but you're actually still fine at this point. If you trigger a second one, you need to turn around and get out before it fully closes. This requires good old-fashioned trial and error, but eventually you can scan that portable oxygen generator and literally never, ever build one, because they're just useless. And from one useless item that's only found in one location to its sister item that's actually found in 8 locations, but you'll probably never actually go to any of them. Number 11 is the work light. The work light has 8 spawn locations, and I only scanned one of them in my first playthrough. Why? Because every single one of them, except for one, is buried deep in caves that have almost nothing else in them. It's the only item in the game that goes out of its way to hide itself. As with the wall rack, I'll give you the 2 closest locations to your pod just so you can get those and forget about it. The first is these coordinates southeast of the life pod, and the second is in this cave northwest of the life pod. If you follow the cave down, follow these lights, and then go through this scary crack in the wall, you'll find the other one. Here are its exact coordinates. Is it worth making? Probably not. The tadpole already provides mobile light and mobile oxygen, and its fragments are easier and more common to find than either of these. Maybe one day though, the game will have like deep, narrow, claustrophobic caves where these will be vital to continue and survive. We almost got a taste of that in the hot caves, but you can actually just take your tadpole down there. Genuinely right now, these work best as decorative items on those wall racks I showed you earlier. Number 12 is the clock, or as this game calls it, the time of day display. What an interesting way to avoid having to actually explain how many hours there are in a day in Proteus. First one's hiding behind this large alien obelisk. The only other one is east of it on this cliff at these coordinates, which is again why it's so easy to miss, because if you miss only one of these locations, you'll never actually unlock the full blueprint. Number 13 is Strike Armor. Strike Armor reduces the damage your tadpole takes by a lot, and it's not just placed here for no particular reason. Those needlers will shred your tadpole without it. The location is actually nearby to the clocks, just down here at these coordinates. Oh, and because this is early access, currently the mod stacks. Yes, you can become invincible with this mod. You hear that sound in the distance? That is a game developer crying. And number 14, finally, is the cavitation muffler. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you, I have done some extensive research, i.e. googling, and from what I can tell, i.e. reading Reddit posts, nobody seems to really notice what the cavitation muffler actually does right now. It might not actually be functional, because it just doesn't have a very noticeable effect. I'm not saying it does nothing, I'm just saying it's very easy to not see what it does, whatever it does. But what it says it does is it reduces the noise your tadpole makes, theoretically reducing the range that predators would attack you at. Whether or not that works yet, I don't know, but if it isn't working, it will probably be implemented more functionally later, and you will know where it is once I show you in this section. It is up here in the root canyon, and you'd be forgiven for not coming up so high to check here, given he's patrolling the area. One fragment in the entire game in one location and him guarding it. It's really easy to see why a lot of people might miss this mod. And that's just 2 tadpole mods in this video alone. But there are way more you may want to know about. Depth modules, the 2 chassis, the power upgrades. I broke down every single tadpole upgrade and where to find it in this video popping up on the screen. If that interests you, click on the video popping up on screen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.